As per usual, San Diego has it ass backwards. The Padres are more afraid of Dodgers fans than they are of the Dodgers team. Meanwhile, download the song Endless Love, play it, because that's apparently what Brandon Staley thinks of Keenan Allen. And by the way, should we pay attention to any of the Rams trade rumors? Good morning, I'm James. This is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is Faithful Angelenos. It's a glorious day because I'm back with my wife. We're going to go see the Kings play tonight. It's a beautiful thing. It is October 11th, 2022. And if you like the content that we put out about LA sports, clickety-clack the like button. Clickety-clack the subscribe button. There's a notifications bell. Hit that. It'll let you know when we drop new content. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist. And yes, comment. Because I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. Now, before we go through the news and notes around LA, we're going to take a quick look at the scoreboard. There were no games scheduled yesterday amongst LA teams. However, tonight, Tuesday night, surprisingly important. We're starting off the NL Division Series. Dodgers versus Padres at 6:30. The Dodgers will send Julio Urias to the mound, and the Padres counter with Mike Clevenger. We'll get into a little bit more about that in a moment. Also, tonight is season opening night for the NHL. The LA Kings are in Vegas. Wifey and I are going. It'll be fun. That game's at 7. So, here's what amuses me about San Diego. Nice looking town. Don't have a problem with the town itself. But they have this bizarre false sense of superiority about their teams. And then their teams almost inevitably wind up leaving for Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying, San Diego? I don't even have a Clippers jersey, don't want one, but giving you the hint. But you guys still keep doing whatever it takes to try and convince yourselves that you are the moral superior to Los Angeles. And you need to let it go, particularly when it comes to sports, because you keep pulling this same stunt and it never works. The Padres are taking steps to limit Dodgers fans from taking over Petco Park during the National League Division Series. Now, sure, that loser who always wears an orange Marlins jersey can show up. Oh yeah, he's welcome. Give him like a red carpet treatment all the way down to the front row where he can sexually harass all the women in the lower bowl of the stadium. Sure, he's perfectly welcome. But if you happen to wear blue, oh no, you ruffian, you cad, you're not allowed. You're beneath us. I don't understand why they do it like that because, frankly, Padres fans are every bit as tacky as any other sports fans in the nation. Here's what the Padres are trying to do. It goes like this. They're gonna, if you buy your ticket online. They check the zip code of the credit card. They check the zip code of the address, this, that, and the other. And if the zip code is anything north of Laguna Beach, if it is anything north of Paris in Riverside County, you can't buy that ticket. They won't let you do it. It's not going to work. You've tried these steps before. It never works. Petco Park becomes Dodger Stadium South. It's the same thing. Go ahead. It's amusing. You keep trying. There are no such thing as Padres fans. There are only Dodger haters. Take that, wrap it up, squeeze it into a little bit of a pill, and swallow it. That is the relationship that San Diego has with their teams. There were no such thing really as Chargers fans as much as there were Raiders haters. That's why they're in Los Angeles now. Deal with it. Despite all the Anchorman references that you can think of, there's really pretty much next to nothing classy about San Diego. I mean, the last time they went to the World Series, if you think about it, half of the roster was on steroids. Ken Caminiti, rest in peace, dude. But speaking of performance-enhancing drugs, keep in mind that that'll impact this series. Fernando Tatis isn't going to be playing because the performance-enhancing drugs are found in his system. There's a lot of things about San Diego not to like, so I don't want to hear about them being the plucky underdog. It's not just Fernando Tatis. Manny Machado left LA, guaranteed the Dodgers would never win a title without him. I guess he was wrong. Dave Roberts, Dodgers manager. He used to be a coach for the San Diego Padres. The Padres had a managerial opening. They wouldn't even let Dave Roberts get a sniff. And then, of course, Dave Roberts comes up to LA, and he's regarded as one of the best managers in the game. So I'm basically trying to tell you as a start, don't buy into the false media narrative that San Diegans are so much classier than Angelenos. Completely false narrative. Now, regarding the game tonight, there are still some questions about the Dodgers because I still haven't found anything definitive about their roster for the series. We still don't know if Craig Kimbrell will be on the postseason roster. Same for Blake Trinan. Same for Dustin May. Same for Chris Taylor. So there's still some questions that need to be answered that'll test the Dodgers' depth. As for the series itself, this is why you need to be more afraid of the team than the fan, San Diego. LA went 14-5 versus the Padres. They outscored them 109-47. They scored more than twice as many runs as the Padres did. As for tonight's game, Julio Urias, he pitched against the Padres 4 times. He winds up with a 1.5 ERA and 18 strikeouts in 24 innings against the Puds. What about Clevenger, who's pitching tonight? Against the Dodgers, a 9.69 ERA. Your Los Angeles Dodgers have a 9-game streak, a winning streak, over San Diego. There are tons of reasons, to take the Dodgers in this series. Why Dave Roberts chose Julio Urias over Clayton Kershaw? He said both pitchers are basically aces. It was a flip of a coin. Kershaw will start game 2 against former Dodger Yu Darvish. So, do you remember the Chargers going for it on 4th down yesterday and thinking to yourself, what the hell are you doing? Guess who also thought that? Wide receiver Keenan Allen thought that. He actually went, he sees the Chargers going for it on 4th down. He can't play, he's injured. So he picks up his iPhone and he opines on Twitter like the rest of us. WTF are we doing? And I agree, but then he deleted it. So now Coach Brandon Staley is telling the press the gooeyest of lies. Coach Brandon Staley's play calling is so bad he now has to lie about his own players. There's no way in hell I believe this, and I don't think you should either. It's the gooeyest lie I've ever read. Quote, since I've become the head coach, we've become extremely close. We met this morning. Keenan's love is with me, with us. We're going to become closer because of it. We already became closer this morning. Yeah. I'm reading this psycho effing quote, and it literally sounded like Jada Pinkett Smith clowning Will Smith to his face on national TV about their open marriage. Oh, I just keep going after dude. Will's love is with me and mine's with him. We've grown closer because of my endless cheating. Come on, stop it, Brandon Staley. Stop it. Keenan Allen was sending a crystal clear message. The only reason he deleted it was he didn't want to have the entire team implode. Stop going for it on 4th down in stupid situations. We've become closer over it. Endless love. Stupid. You're going to hear the names of rumors of trades. Because after all, the Rams right now, they're in a bit of a pickle. They're 2-3. And also the Rams last year, they were pretty good. And then they went out at the trade deadline. They acquire Odell Beckham Jr. and they acquire Von Miller, who were pivotal in a Super Bowl run. Here is a name that you're going to hear ad nauseum over the next few days. Christian McCaffrey, the running back from the Carolina Panthers. And I'll be frank, I'm not sure I'll buy it. I'm not. The problem, in my opinion, is the offensive line, and offensive line drafting or offensive line trading. It's not particularly sexy. It isn't. But Christian McCaffrey is a name. Having said that, there is one reason that you might want to put a little stock into the possibility of Christian McCaffrey playing for the Rams. He is a multi-purpose back. He catches the ball as well as run it. He is very effective at it. You take Sean McVay, he would absolutely love that additional option on offense. I'm just saying I'm not sure that the Rams would break up parts of their team, what few assets that they have that are tradable in order to get McCaffrey. By the way, for the Rams, also guard David Edwards is back in the concussion protocol, so he might not play against Carolina this weekend. Anthony Davis doesn't like to play center. He's made no bones about it. He's brittle. You play center, you get beaten down. He doesn't want to get injured again. And Laker fans don't want to have him get injured either. Here's the problem. He's terrific at playing center. He just is. They put him in a preseason game for 21 minutes. He drops 28 points. So guess what Coach Darvin Ham has to answer? He admits it. Davis might have to play center. You might have to roll the bones on your entire season with Anthony Davis getting injured because he's just too damn good playing the center. That is the conundrum we face as Laker fans. Now, frankly, the Clippers, their situation is a lot smoother. They have two studs. And so the question is it Paul George's team or is it Kawhi Leonard's team? I mean, Paul George just nipped that one in the bud immediately. Good for him. He basically said, look, Kawhi Leonard, quote, is the number one, unquote, of the Clippers. And yeah, we knew. But I applaud Paul George for basically taking the press and saying, I don't want to hear it. This is a team. He's the number one. I'm perfectly cool riding shotgun on this. Good for him. Good for him. I wanted to do a Kings preview. The only problem is that the LA Kings debut is also going up against the Dodgers pursuing a championship. So we'll try and get in more in depth about the mighty Kings in the next day or so. Regarding last minute roster moves though, defenseman, he's a teenager, Brant Clark. He was their first round draft pick last year. He did make the impression. He did make the team. Good for him. Also, a couple of days ago, we mentioned how a left-handed shooting defenseman, Jacob Mauvier, was put on waivers. He cleared waivers. He has been sent to the Ontario Reign. Finally, an cute little note. All applaud Galaxy goalkeeper Jonathan Bond for being the Iron Man. It is reported that he played every single minute for the Galaxy in MLS games this year. True Iron Man, Jonathan Bond. Let me know about these topics we brought up in the comments thread. Love to hear it. Now, if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like and subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We do talk LA sports here. Thank you for watching. I'm James. We'll be back tomorrow. Faithful Angelenos is a Keenan Corte El Queso production. Take care.